Tears of the Kingdom seems to get a pretty interesting reputation from the general public. I've seen a lot of people say that this is the best Zelda game ever made, and I've also seen a lot of people say that this is not a good Zelda game and Nintendo needs to go back to their old formula. Now, in my personal opinion, both of these are wrong. Well, kind of. As I was doing research for this video, I learned that TOTK actually has the lowest user score for a Zelda game along with Skyward Sword. So, why is that? You know, I really love this game, and sometimes it's hard to see why people dislike it as much as they do. But after some thinking, I think I've came to a couple conclusions on why. Like, for example, you know those shrines where you have to bring the crystal to the shrine so then the shrine can like reappear so then you can go into it without like any actual puzzle inside of the actual shrine? Yeah, those are like really annoying. They're not really fun, and I get the entire point of you having to use Ultra Hand, but I use Ultra Hand for everything else. Like, it's not like the game is running out of times where I'm supposed to use Ultra Hand. And after a while of grinding shrines, these were the only ones that I had left, and they were really fudging annoying. Oh, and dude, speaking of shrines, we have to talk about the dungeons in this game. From Ocarina of Time to Majora's Mask to Wind Waker to Twilight Princess to Skyward Sword, every single dungeon was enclosed and actually linear. And then you go to Tears of the Kingdom and they're just like outside. Okay, I may be acting like this is a worse change than it actually is, but what I've noticed is with almost all of the dungeons in the game, they're all basically completely connected to the other world, and they're not really their own thing as much as other Zelda games, and that can be a really big turnoff, especially for people who like older Zelda games. Now, the bosses are really good in this game, but I just have to gripe about one. This Muktarok boss, or this shark dude that swims in the mud, he's just so annoying. He's not fun, he's not hard, he's just inconvenient. Oh, and the worst part about this boss is whenever you go to refight him in the depths, he doesn't drop any fuse material. Every other boss that you can refight in the depths drops this unique fuse material that you can put on your weapons, and Muktarok doesn't, for no reason. I mean, I feel like he had the most potential, and for some reason, he doesn't. I don't understand why. And I'm sorry, because I know the Zelda team did their absolute best, and I'm not really criticizing them, but the Switch holds this game back so much. It's genuinely sad to look at how limited they are with the Switch hardware, because I feel like they could do some really crazy stuff. They are very talented developers, and the fact that they were even able to squeeze this game on the Switch in the first place is very impressive. So I don't like to give them too much crap about this, and I'm more of just criticizing Nintendo for just making a really weak console. Like, I feel like at this point we should be getting confirmation of a new console, because I just want to play Zelda in 60 FPS. The frame drops in this game they're a lot to deal with. Another thing I hate criticizing about this game is the depths in the sky. I know a lot of people say the sky was really empty and it had copied templates of shrine islands or whatever, and I do think that is an issue, but I still kind of like the sky in general. I thought there was a lot of cool stuff to do up there, and that may just be me, but I don't think I'm being biased with this. I think I actually genuinely had fun, but I can't say the same for the depths. I thought there could have been more puzzle related things down there instead of just combat, because I understand why there was just like combat stuff down there, but I don't know, it felt really repetitive. Like, everything is the same color, and you can't spend more than 15 minutes down there without getting really bored. Like, I swear, if they would have just made new biomes, like one side of the depths is blue instead of purple or whatever, I would have loved it so much more. Okay, but with all that being said, we have to talk about the biggest issue that this game has, and that is the story. There's a lot of potential here in the story. Now, the story itself isn't actually that bad, and I quite like it, but it's the way that it's presented that's the problem. I've seen a lot of people say that they really liked the way that you could get the memories in any order you wanted, because it was like you were telling the story to yourself. I completely disagree. I got the last memory second. So I spoiled everything in like the first 20 hours of playing the game. And when I say this was annoying, that's like an understatement. I was kind of really angry that I had spoiled everything that easily. I understand that they did the memories again because it's the sequel to Breath of the Wild, and they didn't want to change stuff like that to make it feel like a similar game, but the memories just don't work for Zelda. I've been replaying Skyward Sword recently, and I just beat it today, and I'm just gonna be honest, the story there is presented like 10 times better than Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, and it's not even close. The Zelda team really needs to go back to this method of storytelling, because I really miss that with old Zelda games. Okay, but the title of this video says that Tears of the Kingdom is not the best Zelda game. And basically what that's implying is I think there's some Zelda games that are a lot better. The one I want to talk about the most though is Twilight Princess. I love this game so much. And not only is it my favorite Zelda game, it's also my favorite game ever. First of all, the dungeons are just way better. The bosses are way better. The art style is way better. The characters are way better. Like, I don't know how Nintendo messed the characters up, but they're so lifeless and they just don't feel genuine. And I don't know. I really don't think they did a very good job with Breath of the Wild's or Tears of the Kingdom's characters. But then again, I'm comparing it to Twilight Princess and it's kind of an unfair fight. The music is also so much better in Twilight Princess. I would say the combat animations are like 10 times better as well. The story is better. It's just so much better. And I love Tears of the Kingdom, but really it's just aiming for exploration and gameplay. And I hope the Zelda team can just mix that with all the other things that makes original Zelda games great. Oh, and before you leave this video, I just wanted to say I'm going to be streaming Twilight Princess on my YouTube, and I'm going to be using that footage to make a video about Twilight Princess because I really wanted to, and I think I'm able to now. So if you want, you can show up there. That would be really cool, but you obviously don't have to.